Hi guys, Blackie, and I'm back for another video. Okay, today is a book review, something to add into your... Yes, I'm carrying my gray man with me. I know there are those of you wondering, is he still talking? Yes, I am. So, back to you. I found a book that I didn't have in my collection, and it's by Daniel Beard. Now, those of you that know Daniel Beard, he helped found the Boy Scouts. He was a outdoors woods prolific writer early in the 1900s. Very good source, and I've got a couple of his books up on my shelf, but I did not have this one. And so for my birthday, Mrs. Blackie bought it for me off of Amazon, and the ISB is right there. And the name of the book is The Field and Forest Handybook by Daniel Beard. Now what it is, it's a series of projects like how to make leggings, how to make buckskin, how to make tents, how to fold canvas and make various tents in various ways, how to make a raised cooking fire, how to make pot hooks. We'll be making a pot hook for Friday, just cluing you in. Sneak peek. You know, here's the shape of the fireplace to be able to use it. How to dry, just put boards or logs in the ground and use it and fill it in. Various different things. You know, how to build cabins, how to build piers, stuff like that. How to make doors, all kinds of bush shelters, stuff like that. How to cross water. But this is the one that really got my attention. That one. I saw one of these when I was a boy. Me and my grandfather had gone down to the junction. That's where the Choctawhatchee River and the Pea River come together at Geneva, Alabama. A favorite haunt of my granddaddy, and a launch-off point on his boat to go down and fish and stuff like that. And I happened to be down there early one foggy morning, and while we were there, as he put it, a ne'er-do-well, which meant somebody that didn't work for a living and was a bum in his opinion, which I don't think was fair. I believe that the individual that we was referring to was an old World War II vet that probably had severe PTSD, but Granddaddy and them didn't understand that at that time. They just said shell-shocked. But we saw this guy coming up the river on one of those. Now, it wasn't exactly like this, but I want you to look close and see. It is a log, and there's no nails in this. In this case, he's cut a dovetail and hooked the dovetail right there, fit the log into the dovetail on the main log, and then put two outriggers, and then on either side, right there, you got to look close, he's taken another log and flattened the sides and put it against it, and then drove wooden spikes in for a place to stand on. And then back here in the back, he's chopped holes with his axe. There's his axe right there. And drove wedge-shaped poles in the ground and then used vines to wrap around it to be a cargo carrier. So he can go across rivers, streams, stuff like that. And as you notice, he's not paddling, he's poling, which was pushing along the bottom. Now here shows the log and shows the notch he cut into it. And here it shows from an overhead diagram of how that works. It's a trimaran. Same idea like is used in the Philippines and stuff like that, where they would make a canoe like this with two outriggers for ocean going. But this individual made it out of a floating log, two other smaller floating logs, and a couple of cross poles. This could easily be made in just an hour or so if you had the materials at hand and you were good with an axe and a knife, because that's all he's got to do. All he has to do is cut the notch there and then bow it over. I would have thought to put the poles coming from the bottom so that the main log in the middle is sitting on it and the two outriggers can't pop free. You see what I'm saying? They're all hooked together. A few nails, a little bit of cordage, not really needed if you're good. But there's a way to cross rivers and stuff with a boat you would make in the field. He goes into how you make a pump. Here's how to make a water pump. For making a firefighting water pump. you know, how to build a fire engine. I mean, this was projects for boys, all kinds of things to do. How to plant quail, which means how to set up for quail and stuff to have a place to live, how to get them in there. Wood carving, all kinds of projects in here. This was not an expensive book. I recall it was something like $12, $13, something like that on Amazon. But it's one to add to your collection. I have been reading it. I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's got how to build toboggans, how to do snowshoes, how to build a pier, you know, how to build a boat out of boards. Things like this. This is written in common plain language for people like you and me. You're not an engineer. You're not a nautical engineer. How do you build a boat? Here's how to build a boat. I just want to get across this big wide lake. You know, it's a survival situation, and I just want to get over. I don't want to sacrifice a lot of time and resources. That log trimaran you can make in a couple of hours with just a hatchet, a kukri, or a big knife, and knowing what you're doing. You could make it up and get it across there without any cordage. See, some vines and stuff to help hold. He just wove vines around to make a basket, so to speak, on that back, and that's where all your gear went. So you could stand up and take a pole and push your way over there to it. Pretty ingenious idea. Just wanted to share this with you guys to talk about adding it to your library. I like these old first-person books by people that were around the turn of the century, that classic camping time period, and see the tips and tricks they had learned that they're then passing off to you, especially for Bird, because he was one of the co-founders of the Boy Scouts in America. And so he's breaking it down to simple, common, plain language. Nothing fancy, nothing flurried, no measurements, just giving you an idea that you can work out the measurements yourself, and therefore make it yourself. This was from back in a time when a boy would build his own boat. I'm talking about like 9, 10, 12 years old. They'd build their own boat. Wow. So, check it out, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, if you like content like this, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It would really help me right now to just share the algorithm a little bit and try to get a little bigger to the audience. We're this close to getting to 100,000. We're over 95,000, and I hope to get there by the end of the year. With your help, we'll make it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie, wishing you a safe journey. Have a great day, guys.